Before we start,
Yes.
got you this.
What's that?
Have a little look.
Oh my god, you are kidding. Oh, I can't even cope. Oh my god.
Your stage your baby. Look at
Oh
it.
my god. I swear to God, I bet it just kicked at that. I just got a little twinge.
It knows it's got that laney leg
It
in there.
does know. Oh my god, thank you. That's
You're
amazing.
quite welcome.
That is the cutest thing in the world. I can't go with that. The stagey baby. So it's going to be a stagey baby,
It will be,
isn't
won't
it?
it? Hayley Tamaddon.
How are you?
Very well, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I honestly, I'm the happiest I've
You
ever
look
been.
it.
The happiest. The most tired I've ever been. Not a scrap of makeup on. And I'm absolutely exhausted. But it's so worth it. Yeah. It's
Because
wonderful.
you mentioned in your tweet that you never thought this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Is
I
that
do.
true?
Yeah.
Generally thought you missed the boat there.
Yeah, well, I'm 42. So I'm a career-minded girl.
Mm.
Everything I do is about my career. Being a mum was one of the biggest things I ever wanted to be.
Yeah.
And eventually you just think you've run out of time. You get to a certain age and you think, well, that's it, that'll be it. So I'll throw myself into my career. But I do believe that things happen for a reason. At the right time they're meant to happen.
And what do you think you'll be like? Do you think you'll carry on working, or do you think you'll give yourself a few years off?
No, years off.
Right, well, you never
You're
know.
mad. I'll be back to work. I'll be a working mum,
Yeah.
and I want to be a working mum.
We're here in your dressing room, here at
Yes.
Jamie.
Yes.
What have I that's been? What's it been like
I
being
love
back
it.
at the
It's
West
so
End?
messy in here, isn't it? It's
Well-
like there's chocolate everywhere and makeup and it's
It
mental.
is Easter.
I know, and my onesie,
And
which
your
I
onesie's
live in.
here.
Yeah. I know James Gillan, who's already in the show, and I came to see him one night, and I loved every second of it. And I already knew Dan Gillespie Sells, who had written
Yeah.
the music, because I met him a number of years ago. When I was walking past the theatre and I bumped into Dan. And I went, oh my gosh, that's so weird, I've bumped into you. I was at your show last night. And he went, what do you think? I went, it's one of the best things I've seen. I loved every single second of it. And I said, the sort of show I would just love to be in. And he went, well, we're having a cast change. And I went, shut up. And he went, we are. And I went, really? You don't want me in your show? And he went, audition. I was like, yeah, we'll see. And I thought, shall I just see if I can audition? So I rang my agent, and it was the wonderful Will Burton, who said, yeah, come in, let's meet. And I was like, oh my gosh. I came and I read for them and sang a song, and we talked about gin and Prosecco, and everybody seemed to like me. and yeah, the next day they rang and offered me the role of Miss Hedge.
Amazing.
I couldn't quite believe it. I was a bit in shock. It's been 18, 19 years since I've been in the West End.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because of course you did Mamma Mia.
Yeah, and I did Boy Band, the musical.
Yeah.
And then I went off on tour, and then I got into Emmerdale, and then I went back on tour with different shows, and that, then it was telly, theatre, telly, theatre. So, yeah, the first thing I ever did in the West End was Fame, when I was 19. The thing about being in the theatre, and also when you've done telly, when you do telly, people don't know you've done theatre. But I actually started in theatre, in musical theatre. So when you get a job in a show, there's always that expectation of, oh, this is a girl from a soap or from the telly, and she's coming into this show, I wonder what she'll be like. And sometimes it's been a bit of a shock, and I've had people go, wow, you can sing. And I'm like, I hope so. I trained to do it for the whole of my life. So,
Well, that must be quite nice to be able to be like, well, actually, yeah.
It is nice. I think you always feel like there's
But you
something
feel
to
like
prove.
you've got nothing to prove.
No, I feel like I have everything
Oh,
to
really?
prove. But that's me. I
Right.
think I'm quite hard on myself. I always feel like I've got something to prove. And I think, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but for me, I think quite like that. It gives me a bit of fight.
Yeah.
I've never had anything come easy, ever. Since leaving college, nothing came easy to me. In 1996, knocking, because that's what you did those days,
Yeah.
you knocked on agents' doors with your CV and photo, And it sounds so old-fashioned, doesn't it? But that's what you did. You knock on the door and they wait until you speak through the intercom, and if they want to see you, they'll invite you up, and if not, they'll say go away, or leave it. And I used to just put them in the letterbox, and it was this one agent. I remember one day I was on my own and I'd done the whole circuit of agents in London, and 2 agents that day allowed me upstairs into their office, and I was I still am, I think, but I was quite pushy as a 19-year-old. And one of them was Billy Marsh, I think he was called, Billy Marsh Associates, and he asked me what I wanted to do, and I went, everything. And he said, no, what path do you want to choose? What do you want to do? And I went, well, I can sing, I can dance, I can act. And I was like, I want to be Bonnie Langford because that's all I ever wanted to be. And he said, I need you to choose one so I can push you down that one route. And I walked out and thought, wow, that's not what I want. I want to do everything, And the next agent that let me in was 2 ladies at Success who are still going now.
Really?
Called Elaine and Elena, if they ever see this. They gave me a shot. They gave me a chance, and it happened to be that I had just auditioned for Fame, and I went to an open audition. 250 girls in one small room at Pineapple. And I'm 5 foot and a fart, so if you don't push to the front, no one's going to see you. And I remember at the Fame audition, I was pushing myself to the front. I stood right at the front, and I was like, I'm going to get this. And Karen Bruce was the choreographer, and she kept picking me and bringing me forward, and I was like, I've never got anything. No one's ever done this to me ever at college, or and I thought, this is brilliant. And then she gave me loads of music and scenes to go away with and come back the next day. And so, of course, I went away and I learnt 7 songs and 7 scenes overnight. And I went back and she went, okay, can you sing? And I went to stand in the middle, and she went, oh, no, by the piano with the music. And I went, but I've learnt it. And she went, what? And I went, I learned everything you gave me. Is that not what I was meant to do? It's my first audition. She went, you've learnt everything we gave you. And I went, yeah. And the next day I was offered to cover the 3 female leads and the 4 girl swing dancers. I told these 2 ladies at Success, I've just got a recall for Fame, the musical, from an open audition. And they were like, for what? And for the ensemble? I went, no, to cover the 3 female leads. And straight away these ladies were like, okay, we'll sign you up. And thank God they did. Thank God they did, because with them, they were wonderful to me. And I did my first 2 or 3 shows with those ladies that took me as far as they could take me. And it was after kind of Fame and understudying roles that I realised I don't want to understudy. I've got to play the lead. Because being with the ensemble, even in this show, the 19, 20, 21-year-olds, who are the most phenomenally talented people ever. And I'm like, it's time to move on now. After this show, and I'm telling them what to do. No more understudying, okay? You play a lead role in your next show. And they're like, no, it's fine, And I'm like, come on, you're good. But for me at that point, I had to be centre of attention, which meant being centre of the stage. And if I ever wanted to be like Bonnie Langford, I was going to have to follow what Bonnie Langford did. And so that's what I did.
So you've gone on to play Roxy in Chicago.
Yeah, wow. Like, that was the ultimate dream role, the ultimate dream part that I saw Ruthie play when I was 17 years old. I saw Ruthie play it, and it was then that I thought, that's what I need to be doing. So I actually auditioned for Roxy 4 times before I got it. Yeah, on 4 different occasions. It just never went in my favour. I was always either down to the last 2 and the other girl got it.
And would you ever like to do Velma?
Yeah.
Go back and
I
do that.
would. I'm not sure my leg will kick that high around that chair, but
You never know.
I can always do a nice bent flick. But yeah, no, absolutely. I would love to play Velma. I'd love to play Mama.
Yeah.
You know.
Ruthie did all three.
Yeah.
Follow her suit.
Look, there's still shows that I want to do.
I read this about you, that you, for Dancing on Ice, you put post-its on your fridge saying, I will get this job. It was the book The Secret?
Yeah, The Secret changed my life.
Yeah.
It's changed a few of my friends' lives, actually. I do still do that. I manifest a lot. I love to visualise. I think visualisation is a huge part of, or should be a huge part of every actor's life.
Yeah.
You know, you visualise what you want, and you act like you've already got it, and then I think at some point it will be given to you. And believe you me, there has been numerous times when I've stood in the mirror when I've eaten too much and held my belly and thought, if only this was a baby. You know, there's been time, and here it is. But little things in my career have happened through me manifesting, visualising, and I think I've kind of got it down to a fine art. But Dancing on Ice was, wow, that was, I wrote those post-its 9 months before I even got an audition for the show. Stuck them on my fridge and said, I will win Dancing on Ice 2010. My partner will be Dan Whiston, and I will hold that trophy in the air. And that was 9 months before I'd even got an audition for the show. I wanted it. I wanted to do that show.
You were incredible. I worked on a series of The Researcher the year before.
Before I did it?
Before you did it.
Yeah.
And so I kept watching it the year after, and I obviously knew Dan. And your partnership, because obviously you were friends.
We met when we were about 12. My dance school...
Did he used to swing you around like that back
No,
then?
gosh no. My dance school was... we were based in the Ice Dome area at Pleasure Beach for a while. And I used to go and watch the skaters. I was obsessed with skating. Obsessed. But my mum wouldn't let me do it because I danced. I had to go and watch Dan and the others skate, and he skated over one day to the barrier and said hello. And I was beside myself. I mean, I was so in love with him. So in love with him. I thought it was the bee's knee. And I said, well, you know, if I got on the ice, would you like skate with me? And he said, yeah, come on a Friday. Like when everybody gets on the ice on a Friday. Anyway, I used to go on a Friday night with all the girls, like from the dance school. We'd just put those blue skates on and stand in the corner because none of us could move. And I'd just watch him and just was blown away. And then he joined my dance school. So that's how we became mates. From being kids, you know, and we stayed in touch. And it's just crazy. I remember him the first year Dancing on Ice came on telly. I was in Emmerdale, my first year. He rang me and he said, I'm doing this TV show and they're looking for people on the telly and you've got to get in it. Come on, get your agent onto it. And year after year went by and I wasn't chosen. And then I read The Secret and I stuck post-it notes all over my fridge. I stuck a picture of Torval and Dean on there and a picture of a pair of ice skates and was like, come on, this has got to happen. And it all happened. It all
went and won it.
Yeah. I'm like Monica from Friends. Like I've got to win everything I attend.
Do you think that's what it was? You were determined, and I mean, was it difficult?
Oh my gosh! Like one of the hardest things I've ever put my body through, and I did it twice. I did it in 2014 as well, and actually 2014.
When you were filming Corrie still.
I was in Corrie. My body had changed dramatically. I was 5 years older, which makes a big difference, you know, and I was curvier as well, you know, I'd put on a few pounds, which is absolutely fine, I didn't mind that, but, you know, that when you're skating, your balance is different, everything's different, so it was just about getting back into the swing of it, and I actually enjoyed it more the second time round.
Really?
Because I actually was relaxed and I thought, I still want to win, and I did want to win it, but I know what it's like to win. I've had that opportunity. And now I want to absolutely enjoy every second of it, and I want to make sure I laugh. So in the first series, it was so hard. I mean, I had cracked ribs, I had injuries I had both my legs taped up most nights. It was insane what you put yourself through for that show, and you just go on and you do it and you just keep going. And this time round, I was like, if I can't do a move that I'm given, I'm gonna say I can't do it. I can't do it, because those spins that I did, you know, that night, and it got me those great marks, but wow, that week was terrifying. For anxiety, I mean, I didn't sleep just in case I didn't get one of those spins right. So
is that more terrifying than a headbanger?
Yeah, because the headbang is out of my control.
Yeah, and you trust Dan.
Yeah, I trust Dan completely. Those spins, I've not got ones right in rehearsals. Every rehearsal, I could do 2.5, maybe 3, and then I'd fall off it. I did 4 on the night. Yeah. 4 spins. Even Dan, you can see Dan go, and we're not able to get. And then we were almost a beat ahead of the music, because I'd whipped round and just my face just went at the end. And there's a gorgeous clip of Jason Gardner, right in the background in the shadow, and he goes like that with his hands, and it was just, you know, he was extremely supportive for me on that show as well. It's just wonderful. Apart from this little baby, one of the highlights of my entire life was Dancing on Ice. Yeah, it's a show I could do every day, all the time. I loved it. I'm a lucky girl.
So you've obviously done Emmerdale and Coronation.
Yes.
That's what I was coming on to. Would you do EastEnders to complete the set?
In a heartbeat.
Or would you rather go back to one of those? Is there any unfinished business with either of those characters?
I mean, you could say there is in both shows, really. Everybody always asks me, would I go back? The answer is always yes.
Yeah.
Because both those shows, you know, for different reasons, Emmerdale gave me my training. It trained me in TV. You know, you're shooting 14 scenes a day sometimes, and you're given scripts, change that's amended, and we'll shoot in 10 minutes. Wow. Like, that for me, I thrive off that. Like, I'm not somebody that's like, oh no, I've got to. No, I'm like, yes, this is everything I want. And I knew the minute I set foot on that set on Emmerdale, this is it. This is where the magic is for me. I've done musicals and they're wonderful, but my lack of telly was it was just everything to get that role. And I did a brilliant 2.5 years on that show, and it taught me so much. And then after that, I did some lovely little bits of telly, and then Corrie came along, and I thought, they're never going to give it me. Even if I audition, I won't get it, because I've done Emmerdale. So when I got the call that I'd got it, I was like, oh my God, this is like life-changing. Again, this is everything, you know. And I am a lucky girl. I feel very blessed to have got everything I've got. But I really, really have worked hard for it, you know. I like I said, I'm not someone that sits back and gets it on a plate. I've never had anything on a plate. I have to fight for everything. And I'd rather be that girl that has to fight, because it makes you strong.
Talking about the characters you've done, because you've always been kind of known for your comic roles.
Yeah.
I saw you in Closets at the Hotel. Yeah.
I forgot you came to that, but we didn't see each other, did we?
No, because they had to rush off.
Yeah.
So I only came to the matinee.
Oh, that was
a
great role, that.
Wasn't it? You were feisty.
Yeah, I loved it.
You clobbered that poor boy.
I know. I Closets is one of those shows I desperately wanted to, or hoped that it would get picked up and put in town, even for just a short time, and it was so close to happening as well. Those boys that put it on, you know, were just incredible. It was all self-funded, and you know, the actors that they got to play the roles, it was great. It was great, and it was a great role for me.
Absolutely.
To showcase I could do something a bit different.
Yeah, because it was so unexpected.
Completely unexpected, and that's why I took it, because I read the script and I thought, I'd actually almost convinced myself I couldn't do it.
Really?
I was like, really, can I play a role like this? Is this me? I was like, come on, I'm an actress. Yes, of course I could do it. Work at it, work hard. And I stood there, and I did research, and I just loved it. I loved it. It was a lovely challenge. Almost as is this one, and Jamie's completely different too. You know, again, I'm playing that almost baddie type character.
Yeah.
I love it because it's different. I love comedy. Comedy's everything to me, you know. People write things and go read this for me, or I've written this for you in mind, or and I'm like, yeah, it's up my street. It's funny, it's comedy, northern humour. I want to see more northern comedy on TV, northern humour. We're proper working class. I love all that stuff. But then I want to challenge myself where I'm offered a role where I play a pompous, posh, whatever girl, from the 18th century or something, or something totally different. I'd love that too. I'm just always ready for what I'm hit with, and I just love to work. So while everyone's working, I'm happy.
Should we test your lyric knowledge?
No, it's going to be horrendous.
Well, you might
I get my lyrics wrong nightly. Trust me, honest to God, honestly.
See how far back we can go. Okay.
Oh God, here we go.
I'll give you a line.
Okay.
And if you remember it.
Are these things I've been in?
Yeah.
All right.
Or at the high school dance.
Grace.
Yeah. What's the next line?
Where you can find romance.
Yes. See, you do know it. Okay. Another one from another show.
Yeah.
Every day for a week we would try to
feel the motion. One of my favourite. We haven't talked about that show.
Yeah.
That was Nikolai Foster, who I adore.
Incredible director.
Just adore him as a director and a friend. He's a dear friend now. That show is what changed my career around.
Really?
Because he gave me that role. He wasn't going to give it me. He thought I was too young. And I stood in the room. I've never done this. And he went, I want to give you this part, but I think you're too young to play her. And I went, you can cut my hair, you can dress me how you want, I will lose weight, put weight on, I will not let you down. And I said it and I was like, wow, that was desperate. But I was like, I've got to play this role. I know I can do it. You just know when you know you can play a part. I went, I won't let you down if you give me this role. And he went, okay. And I walked out and he called me back in and he said, just sing that bit again for me. And I sang it again and went away. And I just thought, I wonder if I've blown it, by saying all that. And the next day he rang and he gave my agent this glowing review of my audition, which was just wonderful, and offered me the part. And it turned my career around because it was at the Crucible. It was a big acting role for me, and lots of TV casting people came to watch it. And it's that job that got me my first TV agent. And that was such a big deal because back then it was very hard to cross over between musicals and telly. And I got a telly agent, and then everything changed. I got Emmerdale from that and everything changed, yeah. So chorus line, just amazing job.
And is it, as much as it's nice to be back in the West End, is it nice to do these, and you've done a lot of tours, but is it nice to play to these northern audiences?
I love touring. I'm not sure there's many people that say that. I love touring. I love it. I love seeing different cities. I love being able to be at home where I can commute to my own house. Yeah. I live in Manchester, so London isn't my home. It's difficult being away for 3 or 4 months and just getting Sundays off to race back home for a day, or my boyfriend or family come here for a day. But I don't know, I've always enjoyed touring. I don't mind living out of a suitcase. Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Well, how's it been living in London? Have you enjoyed it?
I've loved it. Like I said, it's been a whirlwind being in this show, this incredible musical, during the first trimester of pregnancy, where you can't tell anybody why you feel so sick that there's got to be a bucket in the wing, I think I've only had 2 shows off in the whole 3 months, considering I'm pregnant. That's not actually that bad.
Good going.
Yeah, I've sat in this dressing room and sat with my head over the sink and been like, you've got this, come on, you can do it, looking at myself in the mirror, white as a sheet. And my gorgeous friends, they're such a wonderful company. And none of them knew what was wrong with me. They all thought I was homesick, so they all kept bringing me donuts and cakes and here's a bottle of Prosecco for you, and I've got a bloody bar lined up, I can't drink. And I'm like, thank you, that's so nice of you. And they were like, why aren't you coming out for a drink with us anymore? And I'm like, Do you know what? I need to just look after my health a little bit, and I just couldn't tell them. Yeah, save my voice, and none of them clicked. None of them clicked on. So I hit it well.
Yeah, I was at the gala night, stuffing into those pizzas, and I didn't even notice that you weren't drinking.
No, I didn't drink. No.
I think I was too busy drinking.
But for anyone that knows me, I'm the party girl. Yeah. I organise the nights out. I'm Monica from Friends. I'm like, right, we're going here at this time, and at this time we move to this bar, and and to not have a glass of prosecco after a show at night, they're all like, there's something wrong with Hayley. We need to take care of Hayley. But yeah, they've all just been wonderful. And when I told them all, they were some of them were crying and they were still beside themselves. So it's been an absolute joy. Yeah, it really has. It'll be sad to leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in terms of London, I'm a northern girl at heart, and it's great to be here for a while. And London is a wonderful, wonderful city with wonderful people, and a lot of my friends live here.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to go home. I can't wait. Yeah.
And of course, Jamie's going on tour. You never know. You could always pick it up.
I've already put myself forward. I'd like to audition for the tour, please. He went, okay. Won't you have a baby by then? Yes. Do you mind about that? No, we absolutely don't. I said, great. I'll audition. Thank you. Yeah. So who knows? Who knows? I would love to tour with this show.
And the film coming up.
I would love to. Yeah. I mean, I think they've already started on the film. I very much doubt I'll be in that. I think they're going for big names.
A little cameo.
You never know.
It must need more than one teacher.
Yeah, right. That's what I've been hinting at.
Write you a new part.
I know. To write myself one.
Yeah, exactly.
No, the film's going to be insane. I mean, we have an incredible director on this show, Jonathan Butterall, who I adore, absolutely adore, and I can't wait to see what he does with the film. I can't wait. Because he's magical to work with. Yeah. He's like another Nikolai for me. I've loved every second of working with him. Yeah. And I've just been really lucky with the cast. Just a joyous group of insanely talented people in this show. Especially the ensemble. They get all the respect from me. They work so hard.
Right, shall we test you some more?
Come on then.
Give you another one.
Right.
So, people everywhere.
People everywhere. Da, 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 da. Don't know the rest of the song. Do you know why I don't know the rest of it? Because I didn't come on stage until Boo.
So that's Mamma Mia, where you played Lisa?
I played Lisa in Mamma Mia, yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, year 2000, I think that was.
Wow.
Yeah, Millennium.
And they've just celebrated 20th. Have you ever been back to see it?
No. I always thought that one day I'd go back and I'd play... not Donna, not Rosie. Tanya. I thought that'd be a good part for me to play. Yeah.
Still doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, I'm so small. I kind of look, even though I'm 42, look the same age as the 18-year-olds when you put me next to them. So I had that trouble in this show as well. Like trying to dress me in a suit and make me look a bit, I was like, sorry, I'm just the same height as everybody. But yeah, great, for me, I get to play younger roles for a bit longer, which is wonderful.
She's passing you.
Is that it?
You'd better hurry if you want to look. There she goes.
There she goes. See the picture of a real life star. That one.
Yes.
Yes, that is. And there she goes. It's called There She Goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is. I knew that.
Of course it did.
Yeah, absolutely. From Fame.
I mean, that was your first job, to be fair.
Oh,
so
that is like 22 years ago. Great.
Okay, this is a good one. I really want to talk about this. Then if anything grows while you pose.
Read the next bit.
I'll oil you up and rub you down.
Janet.
Yes.
Rocky Horror.
Yes.
Yeah.
Song?
And the song is Give me touch me.
Yes.
I wanna be dirty. That one.
That's a great show.
Yeah.
I just saw it last week again.
Yeah.
It's on tour again with Ben Adams and John Clifford.
Yeah. I loved that show too. I met some
It's
great
bonkers,
friends
isn't it?
on that show. Yeah. I know what to expect. I'd seen it, but you still don't really know what to expect.
Go mad for it.
Yeah.
Like, how is that? Because I was watching, I was like, it's not a battle because they're on your side.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you kind of zip it. I'm trying to do
Yeah,
that.
it's definitely not one of those shows where you know the audience are the biggest fan base of Rocky Horror. They all know the words. I forgot my words once, and a man on the front row told me what they were. I literally had to just look at him and go, "Thank you," because somebody had shouted something quite rude out, and it threw me completely. And I was looking at the guy that played Rocky, Sergio, and he was sat opposite me, and his eyeballs went like that, and I went, well, now I don't know what to say, like that. And this guy in the front row shouted out my next line, and I went, "Thank you." I turned around and carried on. Funny. I do forget my words a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, the older you get, the worse it gets.
Is a baby brain now as well?
Massive baby brain. And I didn't think that was a thing. I thought that was what people made up. It's a thing. I now know it's a thing. I mean, it's terrifying because sometimes I just stand there and go, and they all the ensemble know because of what I'm like. Anyways, I'm bad for it anyway. And my brain just goes completely. I mean, I've called people different names. I mean, I've said all sorts of things that they just laugh their head off at. I think it's so funny. The other day I meant to say, I'm talking about what jobs they all get, and I say to Jamie, and you got forklift truck driver, and I went, and you got, and I knew it began with F, but for the life of me, could I remember what it bloody was? And that F went on for what felt like, well, they're all crying, laughing, forklift truck driver, and it just came out of nowhere. Oh gosh. And Leighton is so naughty for laughing because I do something and he's gone. And you know,
he's got his back to this.
He's meant to sit at this the table where I say to him and his mum, "I'm sorry to call you in like this, Mrs. New, but like I said, there's been complaints." And I said, I caught my mouth in the right tears and I went, "I'm sorry to call you that, it's Mrs. I couldn't get the word Mrs. New out. It just went Mrs. Well, all three of them just went with their heads. And I'm like, hold it together, hold it together, hold it together. This is a serious scene. Leighton cracked, just laughed. So funny. It's such a beautiful team. It really is. But yeah, I'm always forgetting the odd word, and it always comes out. Always. I've never ever dried on stage. Even in Fame, I remember forgetting all the words to Fame. There she goes, da 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 da.
Just start it out.
Yeah. The name on everybody's lips is gonna be Roxy. La 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 la. I lard it. While we walked across stage, the two boys at home, my arms are like crying. What's she doing? It just comes back to you. And as long as nobody knows, you know, you're alright. No one had a clue. La 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 la. Styled it out. You know? Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, funny. Very funny.
I might test you on that one. Okay, so I'm going to be a celebrity.
I'm gonna be a celebrity, that means somebody everyone knows.
Yes, see, you do know it. Yeah. Another one. You certainly are different from what they have back home.
Oh God, it's recent. You're different from what they have back home.
From Millie.
Yes. No, it's not your certainly. It's what she's talking about, the buildings. That's the opening number, Thoroughly Modern Millie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for the life of me.
Yeah, but what's the lyrics? You certainly are different from what they have back home. Just talk about the buildings.
Yeah.
I remember that. Choreography, look what I like. Yeah.
When nothing's
over 3 stories high. Yeah.
There we go.
I loved that show. That was a sad time, that closing. That was
really
probably one of my hardest, in fact, that was the hardest role I've ever played.
Really?
Oh yeah. Harder than Chicago, vocally. I was never off the stage.
Yeah.
And I didn't get enough people to come and see me do that. The start of the tour, there was places where we were going to end up going, like near Manchester and central London, and places that I wanted to get people in to see it, and it was just a shame. It was an absolutely phenomenal cast and part of a lifetime. Yeah, dream role. Glad I got to play it for the time I did, and I'm glad they chose me to do it. So, yeah, it was brilliant.
Amazing. Right, I'm going to let you get on.
Thanks.
You've got a show tonight, haven't you?
I know. Have I missed one more?
Have you missed one more? I think it's warm enough, babe. Let's get a few more chocolates.
It was a lovely chat.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
And congratulations again.
Thanks. Thank you.
I can't wait to see what you've got stuck on your post-its for the future.
Who knows? But it'll definitely be a showbiz child.
Hayley Tamaddon.